Alessandra marveled at the size of the Duke's estate, and the beautiful manor at the center of it all that seemed to tower over everything.
This place is humongous.
Good morning.
Good morning to you too.
Welcome, Alessandra Barrett. The Duke eagerly awaits you.
Alessandra worried that her mask might be a problem, but per the Duke's orders, Alfred had already instructed the staff not to react when they saw it.
Right this way, milady.
Wait, I didn't get your name.
Alfred. Most people never ask.
Most people are cruel. Well met, Alfred.
Alessandra, don't act so surprised. We've all heard the stories of the cursed daughter of Baron Desmond Barrett.
You're not scared of me?
That's not a very frightening mask.
Alessandra was intrigued. No one had ever been this nice to her upon first meeting, especially no man.
I don't believe I know who you are.
Collins. Edgar.
The Duke? Are you here to marry my sister?
Something about this girl intrigued the Duke.
I'd rather die. No offense. You women inside are all like matching dolls. Too similar, too perfect.
A thought came to her. She couldn't resist its temptation.
And what say you of me then? If I were to ask you to marry me, what would you say?
You'd be setting yourself up for a loveless marriage. I have no interest.
Well, I've no need for love. I've hardly ever known it.
All women yearn to be loved. You cannot guarantee me that you will not grow wanting.
A contract, then. Legally binding. If I fall in love, we divorce.
Did your father put you up to this?
This offer has nothing to do with helping my father. I leave that up to you to believe me. I'm not interested in marrying anyone for love. I only wish to leave this place and never look back.
Edgar was surprised by her honesty. There was opportunity here.
Oh, would you marry me to spite him?
I am dying within these walls. Day by day, piece by piece. I am neglected and unloved by my own father. I do not care for your looks, Duke Edgar, nor your money. Frankly, I see you as an escape.
You're much quicker on your feet than I expected. Rumors about your timidity and reclusive nature are clearly false. Join me in my residence tomorrow on the edge of town. I'd love to discuss this further.
But father would never allow it.
I must be mistaken then. I thought you wanted to leave.
She wanted to, but couldn't think fast enough to stop him.
Duke Collins!
But it would have to wait. Alessandra's sister had arrived.
Father told me to find you. Are you out here all alone?
Kate Barrett, I presume. I was just about to.
Kate's blood boiled at the sight of Alessandra.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry that thing has bothered you. It wasn't meant to be out here.
She is your sister, and I'm sure she doesn't appreciate being referred to as...
The Duke was disappointed at seeing Alessandra was no longer around. Disappointed?
Oh, sweetie, siblings often have little pet names for each other, do they not? You were an only child, so I can forgive you for that.
I'm sure that excuse allows you to sleep quite soundly at night.
Kate would do anything to make the Duke see she'd make a good wife. Her family had a problem, and he was their best solution.
The stories do not do you justice, Duke Collins. I must admit, I was hoping to get you here alone. A man of your position and a woman of my beauty would make a powerful union, don't you agree?
As hard as it may be to believe, not all men are so susceptible to the fluttering of your eyelashes. Besides, I received another, more promising offer. Now, if you'll excuse me.
The Duke didn't give Alessandra away. Maybe he really was the solution to her problems. Kate, on the other hand, was both surprised and embarrassed to hear someone had already caught the Duke's eye.
Alessandra, I'd like a word. Did the Duke say anything about another woman? Don't think you'll get away with disobeying Father's orders.
Alessandra listened to the sounds of the party, and she imagined she was among them, drinking, laughing, gossiping, dancing among the music and the food and the friends. She wanted it. All of it. She had it in her mind. She was there. Then she opened her eyes.
Yoo-hoo, barmaid, I'm in need of some refreshment.
All right, I'll see you back at the kitchen. You should be more careful with vulgarity. Stepmother might see you.
Please, please don't hurt me.
What? Hurt you?
Alessandra knew there were many rumors spread about her. So many, she could hardly keep track of all of them.
If you see under my mask, you die. Is that what they told you? Don't believe everything you hear. Please. May I enter my room? Thank you. Kitty. It's just you and I tonight, I'm afraid.
Her stepmother would be furious if she knew Alessandra kept a pet. But Kitty was the only thing that Alessandra could truly call hers.
Breakfast, my lady. My lady, please. It'll get cold.
Alessandra knew there was only one reason the maids wouldn't just leave food at the door and run.
Kate is here. I will come back for you later.
Alessandra, get out here this instant.
Coming. What is it?
Good morning, sister.
Good morning.
Leave us. Did you enjoy yourself last night, Alessandra?
Very much so. The music reached my room.
Tell me, what was it you were discussing with Duke Collins last night?
He scolded me for being unable to recognize someone of his stature, and then you arrived.
Is that so? Was there anything else?
He spoke briefly of you.
What did he say?
He pondered aloud, weighed his options. He thought you were pretty, like a doll, I swear.
That makes sense. He's playing hard to get. And I suppose there really would be no reason for him to talk to you unless it was about me.
Of course.
Well, anyway, I'm appalled you had the audacity to speak with him. You risked dissuading him from marrying into our houses by showing your hideous face.
Why did you do that? Ah! Stop!
Father, it was an accident.
As callous as Baron Barrett could be towards his daughter, he did not abide her direct mistreatment.
I shall see to her discipline then. Run along. What have I taken guests out to the garden?
I needed dinner. You want me to starve?
Fine, fine. There's absolutely no point scolding you. Whoever didn't bring your food is to blame. I'm sorry about what Kate did to you, but she's just looking out for the family. You must be bored in your room all alone all the time. Let me prepare for some entertainment for you.
Can I take the stagecoach to look for places of interest to paint today? I promise I will not leave the carriage.
The Baron understood it was better to allow a pet bird some freedom, so she would not test the limits of her cage.
Very well.
Meanwhile, Edgar, at his window, eagerly awaited the arrival of his new friend.
Young master.
Good morning, Alfred.
Your tea, sir.
Alfred was confused by his master's behavior. Edgar was usually only like this when his mother visited.
Expecting guests?
I met someone of interest. In truth, she was invited, but I'm unsure if she's desperate enough.
She, a woman, visiting here in broad daylight.
What are you implying? Do you think of me some sort of rake?
Indeed.
I've known you for far too long. Please refrain from speaking such a way when my guest arrives. I intend to make her the lady of the house.
What?
Edgar knew he could trust Alfred to keep a secret or two.
Are you surprised?
Well, I recall your exact words to the king were, "I'd sooner cut off my own manhood than lose it to a woman." But surely I've misinterpreted your intent.
Alfred, I sincerely believe I inherited my dramatic nature from you. I'm not interested in marriage, but the woman I met last night is intriguing. A perfect way to piss off the king and ward off some other people.
So, who should I be expecting?
Alessandra marveled at the size of the Duke's estate, and the beautiful manor at the center of it all. It seemed to tower over everything.
This place is humongous.
Good morning.
Good morning to you too.
Welcome, Alessandra Barron. The Duke eagerly awaits you.
Alessandra worried that her mask might be a problem, but per the Duke's orders, Alfred had already instructed the staff not to react when they saw it.
Right this way, Millie.
Wait, I didn't get your name.
Alfred. Most people never ask.
Most people are cruel. Well met, Alfred.
As Alessandra entered the Duke's home for the first time, the sheer extravagance of it all took her breath away.
To be honest, I began to think you wouldn't show up. Have you eaten?
This was the first time in years Alessandra had been invited to eat at a table with someone.
Thank you.
So, how did you escape? Did you play a trick on the Baron, or did he allow you to leave willingly?
I am not working with my father, I assure you. In fact, I took a great risk being here today. You must know that I am extremely serious about this. There's no going back for me.
Does your father hate you?
Alessandra hoped he didn't, at least. In truth, she did not know.
Hate is the wrong word. Ashamed.
And he should be. In another view, every child deserves to be cherished by their parents. It's unfortunate that you were born under his charge.
If I were the daughter of some farmer, they would have tossed me out with the other weeds.
Would a farmer's daughter have intentionally been disfigured such as yourself? The life of a peasant is rarely as ruthless as high society.
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh. Someone must have been very jealous of you, Alessandra.
Alessandra couldn't bear to speak. Some truths are far too painful.
Let's say I believe you. Why would someone, for their whole life who's been hiding, seek to marry someone who's in the limelight? How does that serve you?
Alessandra was fed up that people mistook her kindness for weakness.
Truthfully, I did not plan on asking you to marry me. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision. I need an escape plan. And my only option is marriage. I never pictured that person to be quite as grand as you. But you fulfill all the criteria. There are only two things that I considered, Duke Collins. One, you are a notoriously private person, in spite of all the rumors that swirl about you. Secondly, you are quite capable of bringing my family to heel.
And how does that benefit me?
No one would dare bother a man with a cursed bride, especially one they say can kill with a glance.
She was far from that scared girl he met in the garden the night before.
I would love to attend parties, to talk, to laugh, to dance. I'd rather die than live another day in the shadows.
Good.
Good. Sorry, what just good?
A contract needs rules and conditions. Correct?
He's writing a contract? Alessandra thought. Isn't this all too easy?
What are you waiting for? State your demand. What happened to your hand?
It's nothing.
If you were to be my wife, then it is certainly something more. Name the culprit and I shall have them punished.
It was an accident.
Well, let us be sure that there are no further accidents if you deliver before we wed.
I will certainly try. Well, based on our previous conversation, we are not to fall in love, correct? That, Duke Collins, is a promise I intend to keep.
Well, let us hope you're always disagreeable.
To be quite frank, you are simply not my type.
And what type do you fancy?
What should be the second condition?
Obviously, speak of this contract to no one other than my butler and myself. In fact, we should communicate all matters openly and thoroughly. Even minor secrets breed contempt, which can be quite irritating.
Agreed. But my mask stays on. I'm still writing.
Jot this down. It's imperative that we sleep in the same room. Why are you so surprised? You act like I wouldn't long to sleep with my wife.
Alessandra knew it wasn't common for a duke to share a room with his wife under normal circumstances.
I suppose that makes sense. It is something couples do.
Sleeping, Alessandra. I'm speaking of sleeping. Though if you wish...
No, sleeping is just fine. Anything else?
I believe we have the basics covered. We should handle the rest later.
Don't you wish to add some protections? Some sort of punishment in case one of us violates the terms? There is also no timeline for our wedding plans.
My main concern is secrecy. And if you let slip remarried under this circumstance, it will ruin your reputation far more than mine. One more thing. We are to be married, henceforth, forever, to have and to hold. Until death.
Forever?
Of course.
Do you intend me to bear children?
Well, hide your worries. I have no need for a child to dirty these halls just yet.
And you wouldn't mind me mothering that child? Eventually?
I don't understand the question.
You don't understand?
You're getting on my nerves. Do you think if I was uncomfortable with the idea, I would entertain the prospect of marrying you?
Can we take a walk?
To listen to the full audio series, install the Pocket FM app now.
Pocket FM. Download the app now.